And then there were four. ESPN Plus welcomes you into the semifinal round between the 5th-seeded Pepperdine Waves and the number 1 Long Beach State Beach. I'm Gabe Baker, joined along by my partner, Hannah Wilford. And Hannah, what's a key player from both teams that you're looking for in this one?
You know, we have to start with Long Beach State's Moni Nikolov, the 6'10", true freshman setter, is one of the best players in the country right now. He can truly do it all on the court. He was just recently named the 2025 AVCA National Collegiate Player of the Year. Now for Pepperdine, we have to keep an eye out for Ryan Barnett. He's been the clear offensive leader. He's nearing 400 kills on the season.
A lot of star-studded lineups on both teams. Long Beach State able to take down Fort Valley State back on Thursday, winning that in 3. And then on the other side for Pepperdine, looks like they were down and out for a little bit against Loyola Chicago, but then ended up coming back and winning 3 straight sets.
Exactly. They fell in that first set, but Ryan Barnett, who we just highlighted, said, what makes us unique is that when it gets close and everyone gets tense, our team thrives. And that's exactly what they did on Thursday night, coming back to win in 4.
The Beach gonna have first serve, and why not start out with Nikolov, who currently leads the country in service aces, now with 97 on the season.
And he serves it hard. He can reach speeds of up to 84 miles per hour, so this is a great one to get things going.
Officially underway in NCAA semifinals here in Columbus, Ohio. Nikolov with the set, now on the near side, tips it over, and point gonna go to Pepperdine.
Now these two teams have a lot of history of playing one another, even in the preseason, but they have not played since January 26th, so a lot can change in a few months.
Swing across, and gonna be a kill for Nato Dickinson. Dickinson on Thursday led the team in kills with 12. Back now for Long Beach State, junior opposite Skylar Varga. That hits the net. It's going to be a service error, and Pepperdine going to get it back.
Stakes are high. It is a packed arena here at the Covelli Center, but Long Beach State, they want to stick to what they know best. That's what Coach Alan Knipe told us. He said they don't want to rise to the level of the occasion, but fall on their training.
Nice swing, dug out. And the other way is Haver, and a kill for him.
The last time these two teams faced off back in January, Long Beach State won in 5 sets, but they're always very competitive when they face each other.
Barnett set and blocked in the middle. Here's a swing now from Kanda. Kept alive, deep. And then a quick set there, gonna lead to a point for the Beach.
That'll be the first kill of the night for Braun.
Braun with 9 kills on Thursday. The Ohio State transfer now dominating with the Beach. Set over the middle, and a nice kill there from James Eady. Eady back to serve as well, the sophomore middle blocker from Newport Beach, California. Swung over on the double block. Point going to be credited to Long Beach State.
Important to keep in mind, there will be a media timeout whenever the first team reaches 15 points. Unless a team calls a timeout before then, that will count as the media timeout.
Dickinson was one to serve there. That one flies right into the booth. Bunch of Beach players running over, but not going to be there in time. Too far out.
The Beach players chased that one down into all the photographers. Sure, it gave them a great shot, though.
Pepperdine leads early, 5-3. Last time these two met was all the way back on January 26th, where Long Beach State took the Waves to 5-1. That gets over the double block, and Kendev will be credited for the kill.
That's his second kill so far of set one. The assist to Nikolov.
Nikolov has a few of those heading into tonight's match. 1,030 assists on the season. That hit into the far corner. Now a floater and a tip. Gonna be a point for the Waves. And that Long Beach front line is tough and tall as they come. Pepperdine's really going to have to bring it all right in front of the net. Serve from Haver, going to be a service error on him. 6-5, 1 point game.
Coach Winder of Pepperdine said serving was something they really needed to focus on to be successful tonight. He said being aggressive with their serve, but there is a fine line between aggression and making sure you limit service errors.
It's going to be under and going to get a point for the Waves. And especially against a team like the Beach, you definitely don't want to make too many mistakes, especially in a row against them.
Exactly, because the Beach will capitalize on all of those errors. You know, although they have played a lot in preseason and throughout the season, it's kind of like a brand new match out here today.
And from the net, Nikolov gets blocked back with the double block. Credited to Barnett and Edie.
Pepperdine is off to an amazing start. They're not letting up at all on Long Beach State. Even though the Beach, they're that #1 seed, #1 ranked.
Nikolov with a set down for Varga for the kill. So we're going to see Nikolov back at the service line for the Beach. And Hannah, when we're talking about awards on both sides, Nikolov pretty much has every single one of them.
He does. He joins his older brother, Alex, as just the second player in AVCA history to win. There we go. Big ace from Nikolov as we're hyping him up over here. He is quickly approaching 100 aces on the season. He's at 98 right now, but we'll get another look at that one. As we were saying, he's the second player along with his brother to win Newcomer of the Year and National Collegiate Player of the Year awards in the same season. So if anything, that shows you just how talented this true freshman is.
Gonna be a service error on Nikolov there, but yeah, not a bad set of accolades for being a true freshman.
Exactly, but you know, Coach Knight told us, although he's a true freshman, he has so much experience playing at such a high level that he's almost like a veteran player in terms of years of service.
It's going to get down near close to the net for a kill. Long Beach State going to serve back. That was courtesy of Skylar Varga once again.
Long Beach State, they have worked with their lineup a lot. Every few weeks, Coach Knipe said they tried something new, and they have found that this rotation seems to be working to their advantage.
Set deep. Now a Fasing. Double block back. Pepperdine going to have another attack. Harkey just tips that one over, and Harkey gets his first kill today.
We'll get another look at that one. Long Beach State just didn't move quickly enough, and Pepperdine's doing an excellent job offensively. They're hitting .714 so far. Long Beach State only hitting about .455.
Cole Harkey, true freshman, never dominant player, 6'11", outside hitter, had 11 kills last night. That swing gets blocked, but hit towards the middle. Swing and double block down. Nikolov with a backward set, tips it over, We got a rally going. That with a triple block, and Long Beach State will get the point.
But not so fast, because it looks like Pepperdine might pull their challenge card here. Nope, they set it down.
10 all early in set number 1. Pepperdine having to take down a lot of ranked opponents with UCLA and USC in the MPSF, and then taking down Loyola Chicago, who won the MIVA back on Thursday.
There we go, kind of with his 3rd kill so far of the day.
It's a junior middle blocker, Ben Braun, back to serve. That one barely doesn't clear the net, so we're going to see a service error on the beach.
Great to see such a highly competitive first set. The Covelli Center is absolutely packed with fans, and I have to give it to these volleyball fans. They really show up, and they are so passionate about the game.
Fans from all 4 teams. What a swing and kill for Varga. He is on fire.
Varga, 3 kills on 3 attempts so far. He has a perfect attacking game to get things going.
Looks like it was Pepperdine's point. That one was going to be an attack error on Varga.
That's going to be a backwards pass, so it looks like Pepperdine will take the lead 12-11.
We're going to see a service error there from the back, so Long Beach State going to serve right back.
And Varga now, they did make an adjustment in the stat sheet. He has 2 kills on 3 attempts.
You could see Varga was so fired up about that too. Back-to-back service errors. Pepperdine takes the lead. Cole Hartke at the service line. MPSF Freshman of the Year. Top 3 in the conference in kills and points per set. There'll be a service error on the true freshman.
Both teams have 4 service errors so far, so canceling each other out a little bit.
Both aggressive. That one near the table. Hartke swings that one over. Bats for triple block, and he's going to get a kill. His 2nd tonight.
Like we said, first team to reach 15 points. They'll go ahead and use a media timeout. Pepperdine is 1 point away.
Eli Haver serving for the Waves. Sophomore outside hitter. Had a great game last night. Set and swing. Barnett tips it over. Goes off of a chest of Nikolov. Back on the Wave side. Here's Hartke with a swing. Double block. Goes out. Pepperdine gets the point. And that'll bring them to 15. Up too early against the number 1 team in the country. We'll be right back here on ESPN+. 15-13 in set number 1. Very tightly contested by both squads so far. And Hannah, early on, what are your takeaways?
Pepperdine has been really solid, especially Haver and Hartke. They each have 3 kills apiece. So they're combined for 6 of Pepperdine's 8 kills so far in set 1.
So set to the right, tip over. Diving effort, a nice dig there. Hartke on the other side with a swing. Got another set and spike to the ground. Nato Dickinson with the kill.
There we go, Dickinson with the kill. Nikolov with the assist. Long Beach State is just getting their offense going.
Dickinson with a .429 hit percentage against Fort Valley State on Thursday. That's going to be a service error on Vinev, and Pepperdine will get the ball back. Waves and Beach both making substitutions. Brendan Reed coming to the line.
Now the Beach are only hitting .333 so far, which is a bit uncharacteristic for them.
credited to the beach.
That's nothing that Nikolov can't change. That's what he does best. At 6'10", he's not your typical setter. You're going to see a lot of kills, offensive production from him as well as he goes back behind the service line. And Coach described him as Magic Johnson when he joined the Lakers. He was a 6'9" guard. A little bit uncharacteristic, but he said that's what it looks like watching Nikolov. A little bit different, but it works.
Swat down after the double block. All set to the far side and a kill for Barnett. And Hannah, I think we're still waiting on Nikolov to develop that running hook shot that Magic Johnson used to have.
Exactly. You know what? He should have it in no time. He can do just about everything.
Maybe we see a roll shot tonight. Close enough. The setter, Gabe Dyer with the serve. Nikolov with the set. Tips over, bounces all the way back. Dickinson going to get the kill.
He's got 3 kills so far, so does Candiv. Each have 3 apiece now. 10 kills now for Long Beach State, so they have officially surpassed Pepperdine, who only has 9. So, like I said, they were taking just a bit to get their offense going.
Service error on Varga, and that was close to clearing.
Make that 6 service errors so far for Long Beach State.
And although they are somewhat familiar, they play each other quite a bit. They haven't played since January 26th. Maybe a little bit of a feeling out phase.
Fresh slate for both teams.
That gets swung down for Dickinson, but going to be an attack error on him. Pepperdine has a lead up to 3 now. It's going to force Long Beach State to take their first of 2 timeouts. We'll take a quick break here on ESPN+. Pepperdine up 3. We're getting near the end of set number 1, and a big reason why they're up is the service errors on the beach side.
Yeah, you know, Long Beach State, they have 6 service errors, like we said. Varga has 2, and then a handful of other players have 1 apiece. They have to clean that up.
Set to Candiv. Going to be an attacking error on him. Pepperdine up 4.
Pepperdine's blocking has been outstanding. They've been aggressive offensively. They're hitting .471.
That front line has some size on the wave side. Here's Barnett with the serve. That one touches the paint.
Now, how can Long Beach take advantage of that Pepperdine error? That's what they need to do. Pepperdine has kept this lead all throughout the first set. But we know what Long Beach is capable of.
Dane Hillis subbing in for Ben Braun on this serve. Junior outside hitter from San Clemente, California. Cross set, triple block back, and Pepperdine gonna get the point after that block from Long Beach State.
Long Beach still has 1 timeout to use if they need it. Just hits off the block.
Feels like ever since the end of that second set against Loyola Chicago, Pepperdine has just been on a roll.
Exactly. You know, after that first set when they fell, they said they really focused on their serve and pass game.
Off the back of Nikolov, another point for the Waves.
And that got the crowd absolutely ignited here in the Cavelli Center. So many Pepperdine fans showing out. And that's going to cause Long Beach to use their final timeout of the first set, try to regroup.
22-17, Pepperdine leads here on ESPN+. Aiden Toon at the service line for the Waves with their 5-point lead here in the first set. Toon, the sophomore outside hitter from Honolulu, Hawaii. There's the righty swing. Set down, Varga up the hands of Dyer, and Varga gonna get a kill.
Varga with his 3rd kill. Long Beach gets that coach's point out of the timeout to cut the lead to just 4 points.
So Dickinson coming out of the game momentarily. That's going to set up Connor Bloom at the service line. Junior outside hitter from Huntington Beach, California. Goes to the back line. Swing hard by Hartke. He'll get his 4th kill.
And now Hartke will go back to serve. He's been very consistent so far. As you said, his 4th kill so far. 0 attacking errors. He's hitting .571.
It's a huge contrast from last night when he's hitting .077. A really quick turnaround for the accurate Hartke tonight. Going to be a service error on Hartke that time. Long Beach State, 0 timeouts right now.
Exactly, and they haven't. You know, Pepperdine hasn't used any timeouts. They have 2 left, and they haven't needed them. Long Beach, they have needed to break up Pepperdine's momentum.
All Big West first team. Alex Kanda with the serve, floats over the Waves, and we have a set point for the Waves.
A lot of Pepperdine fans getting up on their feet here in the Covelli Center.
Team leader in kills tonight, Eli Hather with the serve. Nikolov sent up backwards, off with some fingertips, kept alive. Swing from Barnett to the back line. Nikolov set again, tries to dump it. Here's Hartke over the wall and going to be an attacking error that time.
Here we go, Long Beach stays alive.
And Nikolov tried going with the dump there, but looks like Pepperdine was ready for it.
Exactly. Nikolov only has 1 kill so far.
Raven with the serve. Swung down, and Pepperdine gonna win the first set.
Pepperdine finishes strong with 13 kills. They only had 2 attacking errors. They were very consistent all the way through to win this one big, 25-20.
We got ourselves a game. The Waves over the beach after the first set take the 1-0 lead. 1-0 Waves to start off set number 2 here in the Covelli Center in Columbus, Ohio. And Anna, Pepperdine with an upset there in the first set.
Yeah, you know, I think Long Beach offensively has got to clean it up a bit. They had 11 kills, but 4 attacking errors, so they were only hitting .269 in that first set. And when it comes to serving, they had 7 service errors as well. So how can they clean it up offensively? Get Nikolov a little bit more involved on the attack. He only had 1 kill and 1 error in that first set, but for Long Beach, Varga, Kandev, and Dickinson had 3 kills apiece, so they have to be fed offensively to keep things going.
Hit percentage at a .478 for Pepperdine, .269 for the Beach. Set and swing, early kill for McRaven.
Now, McRaven did not have any kills in set 1. So this is a way to get things going in set 2 with a big kill, and then he heads back to serve.
So the Beach get the first point, but answering back, Edie. And then on Pepperdine's side, what do you think that they did right there in that first set?
I think they did a great job of staying consistent. They only had 2 attacking errors, and they were able to get a lot of their offense involved, especially Haver, 5 kills. What a way to get things going.
Double block from Haver and Edie. Seems like their blocks have been executed better too there in that first set, now leading into set number 2.
They're doing a great job of reading Long Beach's offense, which, like we said, Pepperdine said pregame, they weren't too stressed because they've played these guys a lot, even in the preseason.
Swing brought down that time by Varga.
That ball came sailing over our way. We're being extra cautious down here on the court. We know how hard they hit the ball I've been on the receiving end only once. I took one to the head on accident when I was down here doing an interview, so I don't want to repeat of that, especially from Nikolov.
We saw one here on Thursday as well. Hard swing over the double block towards the back line. Set and swung on by Varga. Nice dig out there from Dyer. Gets it back over the net. Nikolov swatting down is Braun, and he's going to get a kill.
They're going to take a minute, wipe down the court, wipe off a little bit of sweat.
Nikolov back at the line for the Beach. Has their lone service ace so far. That one's going to be an error on him, and we're going to have an even game, 3-3.
Nikolov, definitely one of the best servers in the country. As we said, he's nearing 100 aces on the season. But not much room for those errors for Long Beach today.
James Eady on the serve. Set up, gets over the two defenders. Gonna be a kill for Dickinson.
We see another look at Dickinson. He's been outstanding, 4 kills so far. He's only hitting 182 though. He does have 2 errors.
Set from Dyer, swung down, going out of bounds. Gonna get a kill for the Waves. Here's Cole Hartke again. As we mentioned, 6'11" freshman outside hitter from Barrington, Illinois. It's that one over the net. Set up, swung on hard, bounced out of bounds, got to get it over. Premier opportunity for the Beach off the block, somehow kept alive, and a swing on the block. What a play by Haver.
The momentum that Pepperdine is showing right now, they're getting the entire arena involved and feeding off of that energy. And like you said, ever since they dropped set 1 to Loyola Chicago, there's been a fire in them. They have not let up.
Well, it looked like the Waves were out of system there for a minute too, and thought for sure Long Beach State would take advantage of that opportunity, but just what a play by Eli Haver. We'll see Ben Braun again. Set back to Hartke, and gonna be a kill.
Make that 5 kills for Cole Hartke so far.
Had 39 total attacks back on Thursday. Leading the team with 9 tonight. Haver with the serve, Haver with the error.
We knew there was going to be a higher level of competition as we made it to the Final Four. Long Beach State, they defeated Fort Valley State in just 3 sets. But now we know they're at least going to have to fight for 4 as a big kill from Watson.
Welcome to the party, Ethan Watson.
There we go, Watson with his 4th kill. And again, he's another one of those players for Pepperdine that has no errors. So when we talk about that consistency that Pepperdine is showing, Watson's so efficient.
4 kills tonight for Watson, had 4 blocks on Thursday. There's McRaven. It seems like we're getting McRaven more and more involved here in the second set.
Exactly, 2 kills for McRaven. Like we said, in set 1, he wasn't very involved. No kills, no attacks.
It's going to be service error number 9 for the Beach now.
9 service errors, but yet they're hanging right in there. They're keeping it close.
Nikolov with a set. Hard swing from Varga. Goes off the hands of Hartke, so we're going to even it back up at 8. Pepperdine were to win tonight, they would make it their 12th championship appearance. The other side would be Long Beach State's 11th. Here's Varga over the line. Gonna go to Pepperdine off of the attack error. It seems like Varga had the opening there to land it, but
he did. We'll get another look. It's a great cross-court shot. He had that open spot, but it's just a little too wide.
You have that full front line in front of you. Be tough to execute. That one kept alive. Hard swing from Nikolov, and that's going to be a kill.
There we go. Nikolov with just his 2nd kill so far, but keeping him involved is so important. He'll go back to serve now. Nikolov has what is believed to be the fastest recorded serve in NCAA history at 84 miles per hour.
He's back to serve. Hard hit, but going to be a service error on the freshman.
And for reference, that one came in at 75 miles per hour. So picture 9 miles per hour faster. Wow.
James Eady fails to clear the ball over the net. Maybe Pepperdine's 9th service error now tonight.
All tied up, competitive 2nd set we've seen. In case you're just tuning in, Pepperdine did take set 1 25-20.
Ball skips on top of the net. Swing is up. Nikolov sets it over, tip. And that time, kill going to be credited to Kandev.
Kandev with his 4th kill of the night. Long Beach will take the lead with this one. Just falls right off the block.
Just like set 1, another tightly contested match. Almost halfway through here in set 2. Swung by Hartke on the back line, diving effort from Nikolov. Swing over, out, and an attack error, that time by Kandev. And off of that swing from Hartke there, Nikolov diving on the ground and took him a second to get up, so kind of got Long Beach State out of position there. It's a set, hard swing, and what a bounce back from Kandev.
Exactly, from an error to a kill, 5 kills so far for Kandev. We're seeing a game of back and forth here with the lead, but Long Beach taking the lead yet again.
Kandev, all Big West first team, also made of all freshman team in the Big West. Swing from Hartke, tipped up to the back line, kept alive somehow by Varga. Swing from Kandev on the back line, touches bar net. That's going to be a timeout for Pepperdine. Long Beach State up 2 here on ESPN+. Pepperdine uses their first timeout here in the 2nd set. The Beach up 2 after some really phenomenal plays on the offensive attack.
This is the biggest lead that Long Beach has been able to establish, just 2 points, and that'll show you how strong Pepperdine has been.
It's an quick swing. Kept alive on Pepperdine's end, and a double block there. Point going to be credited to the Waves, though.
Yeah, that one's going to go to the Wave. They'll get the coach's point out of that timeout, close the gap by just 1 point.
Now serving number 7, Eli Hayden.
Some sort of violation on the Beach. And what looked to be a kill for them initially. Here's Haver. Boom down again, and what a second set Alex Kandev has had.
7 kills, and it seems like he's just now getting started. He needed that first set to warm up a bit.
Well, it feels like if you are Pepperdine, you're going to have to start watching that corner because there hasn't been a lot of blocking attempts on Kandev throughout these past few kills for him.
Exactly, and right before this serve here, the down official actually waved Long Beach's bench back as we see a huge kill from Watson. 5 kills so far for Watson, still no errors. But as I was saying, they were waving Long Beach's bench backwards because that'll show you how involved the bench gets. They play a huge role, almost just as big of a role as the players that are on the court. They keep the energy high.
Not only a bench with a lot of energy, but a deep bench of talent. Another swing by Kandev, and he's on fire.
He is on fire. We're going to see some substitutions for Pepperdine. There's no media timeout because Pepperdine used one of their timeouts before either team hit 15 points. So they'll just continue regularly throughout this second set.
Kandev going to have a service error on that, but the 12s on both teams really performing well here in the second set. Kandev on Long Beach State side, and then Ethan Watson for the Waves.
Exactly. Watson, 5 kills, no errors. Kandev, 8 kills, 2 errors. He is leading all attackers on both teams in kills.
Tip from Dickinson gets caught, and off a triple block from Barnett. Nikolov gonna tip that one over. How about a pancake for Dyer? Now skied into the air. Nikolov sets up Varga. Back to the beach side. Nikolov with a hard swing and the kill.
Wow. Nikolov makes it look easy. The 6'10" true freshman setter pounds that one down. Just his 3rd kill so far, but he has 19 assists, an ace, and 4 digs. So talk about touching just about every stat line. That's going to be Nikolov.
Connor Bloom in for the beach. Hard swing from Barnett off of Bloom. He'll get a kill for that. Barnett with 2 kills on the night. On Thursday, as I mentioned, 17 against Loyola Chicago.
You'll see a fan wearing a nice shirt back there. I heart tall boys. Well, she's at the right place.
There's a dive, and how about the ace from Barnett?
Barnett with his first ace of the night to tie things up in set number 2.
Smoked through the back line for the point. We got a game here in set number 2, 16 all with a timeout. Pepperdine making big waves as of late after the ace from Ryan Barnett.
It is all tied up here in set number 2.
See Barnett again to the back line. Hitting it back was Larson. Tries tipping that over as Varga, but loses control.
Varga, an uncharacteristic error there. It seemed to even shock himself the way that ball rolled off of his fingers. So Pepperdine will lead now by 1. They took the first set. Each team has 1 timeout left apiece.
Barnett with some solid serves. Double block there by the Waves. Keeps it on their side. Barnett with a swing. And gonna be another kill.
Barnett with a back row attack.
It's going to prompt the Beach to call their last time out of the set. Pepperdine up 2 now on ESPN+. Welcome back to the Cavelli Center here in Columbus, Ohio. Pepperdine up 18-16 against Long Beach State. Ryan Barnett with a few good kills, few good aces. He's at the line right now for them. Swing is up, hitting it back is Nikolov. Got to get it over. They do. Barnett floats it. Nikolov with the set. Hard swing from Dickinson. He's going to get the kill.
Long Beach battling their way back point by point. They've closed the gap to just 1 point now. No timeouts left for Long Beach. And you don't want to get behind 2-0, so this is a very important second set.
That's exactly who you would want at the service line, though, if you're Long Beach State with Nikolov. That gets skied back into the bleachers. Pepperdine had no chance on that. Service ace for Nikolov.
Braun laughed as he jumped over into the stands to go after that one, but Nikolov at 99 aces on the season, closing in at 100.
How sweet would it be to get your 100th service ace of the year in a moment like this? There he is with a serve. Set to Hartke, bounces back. Swinging is Dickinson. At the back line, diving play by Barnett, still kept alive. Getting it over is Haver. And now swing from Dickinson again, dug out by Dyer. Hartke with the swing, triple blocked in. We'll have the set again. Hartke, second chance effort. Nikolov floats to Varga, somehow kept alive again by Dyer. Swung on, triple block. Varga, Dickinson, and Kanda.
And with that, Long Beach takes the lead by 1 point, and Pepperdine decides they're going to break for a timeout to regroup here. So we'll step away as well on ESPN+.
Back and forth between these two California schools here in set two. Long Beach State up 1, and neither team has a timeout now.
They don't. They'll have to battle this one all the way through.
Nikolov with the serve. Propped up with a swing from Edie on the kill.
Not only does Pepperdine tie things up, but they break the service momentum of Nikolov, which is partially what I think that timeout was all about.
Well, now we're getting into the home stretch of this second set, and critical for both teams to win this one. Swing skies out, service error that time on Reed.
More critical for Long Beach, though. As we said, you don't want to get behind 2-0. So if they can take set two, tie things up 1-1 heading into the third.
Varga back at the line.
Varga has 2 service errors so far.
That's kept alive. Set by Dyer. Swing by Hartke on the block. See if the set goes to this time. It's going to be Hartke again with the kill on the second effort. Sometimes just got to try it twice.
Exactly right. Hartke back now. Hasn't been the most consistent from behind the service line today. 3 service errors so far, but that one's good.
Yeah, nice serve from Hartke. Hit over by Varga, finds a soft spot. Kondev that time.
Make that 9 kills for Kondev. He remains the clear leader offensively for both teams.
Freshman middle blocker Isaiah Pruitt from Happy Valley, Oregon, serving. Set from Dyer, tipped across by Barnett. It's going to set up Varga, over to Dickinson, diving everywhere, and it's going to be a kill.
Braun reached up, got a touch on that one. Hung his head a little bit at himself for that, but Long Beach, they're up 2.
How about the assist from Varga, too, that time? We'll see Pruitt again at the line. Swung down and quick response from Watson.
As we said, no timeouts left for either team. We haven't seen a challenge card pulled yet today, which means both teams still have 3 that they can utilize. If a call is made that they don't agree with, they can get a replay of the call.
Opposite Missouri checking in for Gabe Dyer on Pepperdine's side for this rally. Swung on, kept alive. That time by Haver, and another diving effort. That one doesn't get over, though. How about that dive from Riley?
Riley is leaving it all on the court. He has been hustling 4 digs so far, doing everything he can to keep every single ball in play. We'll get another look. Goes diving out. He jumped into the crowd earlier as well, so his effort not going unnoticed, but Long Beach 2 points away from closing out set number 2.
Gotta give a credit to Dickinson, too, on that swing. On by Barnett, punches back. We got a 1-point game. Long Beach State up 1.
You can't ask for much better volleyball than we're getting to see out here tonight.
See Watson go to the service line. 6 kills for him on 7 total attacks. Nikolov setting up Kondev. Floats back over after the hit from Hartke, and we're going to have a set point for the Beach.
Beach fans getting on their feet, waving their pom-poms in the air. Lots of towels that say "Go Beach." So it's getting loud in here.
Inev, sophomore opposite from Varna, Bulgaria. What do you got? Keeps that, gets closer. Barnett, triple block down, still alive. And a miscommunication, spiked back, but a block out of nowhere from Edie.
Like you said, miscommunication at first from Pepperdine, but they're able to answer back and stay alive in set number 2.
24-23, Pepperdine needs this point to stay alive in the second set, and the miscommunication worked out, all thanks to the block from Edie.
And all thanks to Riley as well for that diving effort to get the ball over the net, as we talked about his hustle.
Spike down, goes over, and Long Beach State gonna win set 2. Alex Kondev really stole the show.
There we go, things are all tied up 1-1 as we'll break before set 3 on ESPN+. Not so fast, because Pepperdine is going to challenge that call. As we talked about, each team has 3 challenge cards that they can use. If you challenge a call and it goes in your favor, you get to keep that challenge card. They are challenging the back row pass here, and if the call does not go in your favor, you lose that challenge. Now, like I said, we were already at the end of set 2, and neither team had pulled a single challenge yet, so why not call it here? But it seems like that was a quick deliberation. They came to their decision. Long Beach State is still going to take set 2, so now Pepperdine has lost one of their challenge cards. They'll head into set 3 with just 2 remaining.
It's going to be 1-1 now heading into set number 3. Long Beach State rallying back. We'll be right back for set number 3 on ESPN+. It's all tied 1-1 heading into set number 3. Long Beach State taking this second set, and that was all really because of the effort on the offensive end that Alex Kondev had.
Exactly, Kondev, 12 kills so far, only 2 errors. He's hitting .526 so far. He has 12 of Long Beach's 30 kills so far, so he has almost had half of their offensive production. So how can they keep feeding him? That has to be their focus here. Really important for Long Beach State to take that second set to even things up. Pepperdine has been solid offensively as well. They're hitting .442. Defensively, things are pretty even, 18 digs apiece on each side. Now, let's do a little setter comparison. For Pepperdine, Gabriel Dyer. He has 24 assists, and that's going to be the same that Moni Nikolov has for Long Beach. So pretty even matchup there as well.
Harris McRaven, senior middle blocker from Honolulu, Hawaii, serves us off. Diving play, Nikolov gets it over. Set to Barnett, gets over the net. Varga setting up Nikolov, tries tipping it over, gets blocked on that. Still on Long Beach State's side, and there's a swing from Nikolov that's kept alive. Here's Varga now. Gets over the net. Hartke now to Nikolov, to Varga, bounces at an awkward angle, and Skylar Varga kicks it off. And set 3.
There we go. Like you said, Nikolov to Varga. Nikolov so involved offensively throughout that play. Coach told us he looks like he should be an opposite. He looks like he should be an opposite hitter, but nope, he just sets up the opposite hitters.
Swung down, tough bounce, rolls out of bounds on fingertips of Pruitt. Well, it gives you so much value, too, if you're Long Beach State, when you have a guy who can set so effectively and also get the ball over the net and serve all in one.
Yeah, he's got 3 kills, 2 aces, 7 digs, and 25 assists.
Come down by Pruitt, goes off of the hands of Reed that time.
In case you're just tuning in, Pepperdine took set 1. Long Beach fought back and won set number 2. At the end of that set, Pepperdine did use one of their challenge cards, so they have 2 left to use. Long Beach has all 3.
Beach up early in set 3. Nikolov with the serve. Dug down by Barnett. Swung over, blocked at the line, still on the wave side. Second effort, shot good that time. Eli Aver.
Kondiv just a little bit off on his timing there as he dove down to try to get underneath that one, but not successful.
James Eady back to serve, even at 2. Winner of this set will take the 2-1 advantage heading into set 4. Gonna hit the net. Point for Long Beach State.
Last time these 2 teams faced off, it did go into 5 sets. Long Beach came out on top, but this is about what you can expect at this level of volleyball. Very competitive back and forth.
Varga with the serve. Hard hit to the back line. Set up, swung on by Haver. He'll get the kill.
Haver, 9 kills so far, only 1 error. He has been the leader for Pepperdine's offense. Let's get one more look. He's able to break through the block.
Split the C with that swing. Golarski with the serve. Nikolov sets backwards to Varga, kept alive. Tip over, blocked back. Hartke hustled over, not going to be there in time. Freshman middle blocker, 6'7" Pruitt. Up with the serve. Propped up to Hartke, he swings. Off Nikolov, Varga with the set. Swing down from Dickinson, blocked, but over the net. So going to be another point. Long Beach State with a 2-point lead now.
Long Beach State will get the kill on that one as Pruitt is back to serve. He has 1 kill so far today, 2 blocking assists.
Swung on hard by Watson, gets tipped up. That's why it went so far back. Aver, who currently leads the team in kills with 9, also has a .467 hit percentage in this game. Back at the line to serve. Knocks it over. Varga with the set. Swung on, goes off of the hands of Hartke. Kondev again.
Kondev putting on a show for Long Beach. Everything is working to his advantage, finding great placement
Redshirt senior Dickinson with a service error.
Watson at the service line.
Pepperdine only has one ace so far tonight, and one of their main goals was to serve aggressively. So
that happens there. McRaven with the kill. McRaven with his third kill of the night.
Kondev, as we know, has been outstanding offensively. He struggled a bit with his serves, as that's his fourth service error of the night. He has 4 of Long Beach State's 13 service errors, so still an area of struggle for them.
Sub swung on by Varga, airborne, switches hands. And then on the other side, Barnett. Looks like Varga had the waves fooled a little bit when he bobbled it in the air, hit it with his other hand. But nope, Ryan Barnett there on the other side after a nice setup.
Pepperdine ties it up, stays alive.
Swing by Varga, opposite side, gonna be another kill for him. Gives Long Beach State the lead in set 3, 8-7 with McRaven serving. Set swung on second hit by Edie. Gonna be another point for the Beach.
The Beach pulling away just a little bit. They trailed the majority of set 1, and they really started to find their rhythm in set 2.
Set to Barnett, tips it over. Varga and Pruitt. Barnett starting to come alive more and more as this match progresses.
He certainly is. One thing about Pepperdine, they have a lot of fight in them. There's a service there to give Long Beach a 2-point lead, but Coach Winder said a huge identity of his group is their toughness. So although they fall behind at times, they always find a way to push through the adversity. They've been through a lot this year, but Coach said the way his team battles is fantastic.
Nikolov with a hard serve, and going to be another ace for him, and that's going to be his 100th this season.
100 service aces, and that'll force Pepperdine to a timeout.
We'll be right back on ESPN Plus. Long Beach State leads Pepperdine by 3. Welcome back to ESPN Plus. Gabe Baker with Anna Williford, and Long Beach State up 3 here in set number 3, 11-8. Made Pepperdine use a timeout.
And that was right after Nikolov had his 100th service ace of the season. He's still back behind the line now. And make that 101.
Well, it doesn't cap off at 100. Nikolov, back-to-back aces.
He's like, I'll keep that going. This goes to show why he was the 2025 AVCA National Collegiate Player of the Year. He was also Newcomer of the Year.
Magic Johnson with the serve. Not going to be a service error. Quick substitution for Pepperdine. Checking in is going to be Toon. He's coming in for Edie. Turning the rotation to serve. Dive there by Kondev. Getting it across and painting the corner is Dickinson. Seems like Long Beach State keeping the lead they've been having here in set 3. Varga's serve almost clears the net, but doesn't.
Long Beach, as soon as they start to establish a lead, it seems like it's followed by a service error. 14 service errors so far.
Kolarski leading Pepperdine in total attacks. Going back, gonna be a service ace. His first of the night.
Great hustle from the Beach to follow that one all the way to the stands, but not quite enough. Pepperdine slowly closing this gap.
It's where water hit land. We're gonna have Hartke again after his service ace. 6 kills, 19 total attacks, 263 hit percentage. Serving that to the back line, gonna be an error.
Now, because Pepperdine already used one of their timeouts, they're going to play through this media timeout that typically comes whenever the first team hits 15 points.
Brewer tries to locate him in the back corner. Going to be a service error, though. Haver gets brought up. 9 kills, 2 ahead of the tie for second between Watson and Barnett. Skips over, set up by Nikolov. Hard swing to the ground. Yaris McRaven.
McRaven with one of the biggest kills of the night. 4 so far for the middle. Wow.
He's done a great job of finding the soft spots on that front line.
Power and placement for McRaven. He's hitting 600.
Maybe a service error that time on Dickinson.
Just like I said, once Long Beach starts to build that momentum, it seems to be broken with a service error. Make that 17 service errors so far.
Brendan Reed hopping into rotation for this serve. Senior libero, 6'3" from Newport Beach, California. Set from Nikolov, instead dumps it over.
Nikolov finds his 4th kill of the night. Sends it sailing over. That's his classic move, and Pepperdine has done a great job of reading him on it. But he finds success.
Nikolov that time catching the blockers sleeping. Bainev with the serve with the lefty swing. Pancake by Barnett. Now the other side blocked away. Hit up in the air. Barnett gets it across. Sets it back. Varga with a swing, and he'll get the kill off of it. Flick of the wrist. Long Beach State up 4.
Varga, he held that flick of the wrist up for a long time. It wasn't about power there. We'll get another look. Sends almost just a little tap to the back row.
Bainev again. Doesn't clear the net that time. Pepperdine gets it within 3.
Long Beach now has 5 more service errors than Pepperdine. They have 4 more attacking errors, yet they're still staying in the lead.
Dyer, the UC San Diego transfer. Maybe another dump from Nikolov, and the Waves are going to have to try to stop that.
There we go, 5 kills for Nikolov. As we said, that's his go-to move. Pepperdine was doing a great job of reading him, but he finds success back-to-back times.
Well, and he only pulled out that move once before that. There's the set. Hard swing from Barnett. Goes through the arms of Conde. It seems like whenever Pepperdine needs a point or two, Barnett steps in and gets it done.
Barnett has done a great job.
Swung on hard, and no one able to get it back over. Dickinson with the kill.
Four-point lead now for Long Beach. And we've got Nikolov back to serve. He has 4 aces so far tonight. He has all 4 of Long Beach's aces. Now, 2 different times tonight when Nikolov was serving, Pepperdine decided to use one of their timeouts. Smart decision to try to break his momentum. So we'll see if they choose to do that if he gets a service run. Pepperdine has 1 more timeout to use.
Put up cleanly. Hard swing off the hands of Larson.
They won't need a timeout to break his service run. They'll get the job done all on their own as Edie's back to serve now.
Larson had his hands up, but Haver with a lot of speed on his swing. Set, swung hard by Varga. He's going to get credit for the point. So now Long Beach State up 4, 20-16. If you're Pepperdine, when do you use that final timeout?
You know, I think they've got to let it go at least a couple more points. But they don't want this third set to slip away from them too much. Keep in mind they also have 2 challenge cards they can use. As again, Long Beach kills their own momentum with the service error. Make that 19 on the night.
Gonna have a substitution. Dyer out, Mazur in. With Hartke to serve. 6 kills and an ace. Stick by Larson, hit across off the fingertips. Gonna be a kill for the Beach.
Here we go, 4-point lead for the Beach down the stretch. Pepperdine, they're not going to use their timeout yet. They're going to make some substitutions and hope that they can stop Paluzzo, who's serving now for the Beach. This is his first time in the game so far.
Almost gets an ace there. 2-on-1, kept on the Beach side, poked back by McRaven. Double block again. Going to be credited to Pepperdine.
And they're going to call Long Beach for being in the net, a net violation.
Alan Knipe talking to the official. His 21st season at the helm for Long Beach State. And for the Beach, 4 appearances in the last 6 tournaments.
And looks like they are going to pull their challenge card, their first one that they have used so far. Now, they're going to challenge that he was not in the net. It looks like they're calling McRaven, the middle, number 19, for getting in the net there on the block, but they're going to take some time to review this one.
And both sides of the net really crowded there on that rally.
And when you're in such a highly competitive match, every single point counts, which is why these challenge cards are so important. Pepperdine used theirs at the end of the second set, one of theirs, and it didn't go in their favor. And it looks like this one is not going to go in favor of the Beach either. So that leaves both teams with 2 challenge cards left. Now it's important to note if this goes into 5 sets, both teams will get an extra challenge card. You just can't exceed 3.
Who knows where this match is going to go. It's been so back and forth throughout every single set. Beach up 3. Haver with the kiss and the serve. Nikolov sets up Dickinson. Gonna be a kill for him.
Dickinson with 11 kills. He's right behind Kondev, who has 13.
Both at a high hit rate as well. Kondev at a 550. Dickinson with a 409.
Now, if Long Beach wins this point, I think that'll be about time for Pepperdine to use their final timeout.
It's a nice roll shot over by Watson. Set by Nikolov, hit by Varga, and in between two defenders for the kill. Pepperdine going to use their last timeout this set. Long Beach State rolling along up 5 over the Waves. Long Beach State up 5 against the Waves here late in set number 3. And looking over to the side, later on after this match, we got UCLA and Hawaii waiting patiently for their turn.
Like you said, they're scoping out the competition, waiting for their chance to play tonight.
Swing from Bloom, kept over. Nikaraven hits back. Nikolov with the set, hard hit, and going to be a kill for Bloom.
Although that was hit long, there was a touch on it. So it's going to be set point for Long Beach. They've really pulled away here in the third set.
Bloom, who just got the kill, will be back to serve. Righty swing. Diving effort from Haver, kept alive. Hartke got to get it over with the kill.
Like you said, has to get it over, and he does. 7 kills for Hartke. Pepperdine is staying alive. They had a hot start tonight. They took set 1, 25-20, but Long Beach, they battled all the way through set 2 to take it, and they've established a lead that they've been able to carry through this third set.
Dickinson back in for Bloom. Bloom doing what he had to. From Nikolov, hard hit off of Hartke, kept alive, diving is Barnett, but that's not gonna be enough. The Beach wins set 3.
That's gonna be 14 kills for Kondev to carry the Beach through. They now lead 2-1. Set number 4 coming right up on ESPN+.
We head into set number 4 on ESPN+. Long Beach State keeping the Waves at sea level ever since the beginning of set number 2.
Long Beach State, they struggled a bit in that first set to get in a groove offensively. They only had 11 kills and 4 attacking errors, but that skyrocketed in the second set with 19 kills. And get this, in set number 3, they had 18 kills and no errors. So they really found their consistency and efficiency, and that has pushed them through. They have the 2-1 advantage here as we head into set number 4. Pepperdine, not their best third set, only 10 kills and 2 attacking errors. But as we know, Pepperdine, they have hustle and heart. They have showed it all season long, and on Thursday against Loyola Chicago, they dropped that set 1, and they showed what it means to fight back for 3 consecutive sets, so it's not over.
Well, not only that, it brings up a good point. In that first set against Loyola Chicago, they were down and down by a lot, and then they really just rallied back there at the end of the second set and then won huge in the third.
They've talked about their heart all season long, their ability to battle through adversity, their toughness.
Swung on by Dickinson and splits the gap for the first kill of set 4.
Dickinson has come on really strong. He's been a silent assassin with 12 kills so far. He's approaching on Kondev, who has 14. Long Beach now hitting .465 as a team.
Nikolov going to get the service error there, so we're tied up 1-1.
And that's the price you pay for having such a powerful serve. Is it's accompanied by some errors.
Serve is up for Edie. Nikolov with the set up, bounce off of the forearms of Dyer.
And as a team, that's kill number 50 for Long Beach State.
Fargo with the serve. Jump there from Riley. Hit by Barnett. Blocks back. Set for Hartke. He'll give it a go. And it goes. (2-1) in terms of sets. Pepperdine needs to win the next two if they want to make their 12th championship appearance in program history. Hartke with the serve, gonna be an error.
Not so fast. They're going to pull a challenge card on that one.
It's a really quick challenge, too.
They are challenging if that serve was in or out. Now, called out of bounds, but there looked to be confusion across all the faces on Pepperdine. They're thinking that hit line. We're going to get another look at it here. Oh, it's a close call. They'll be able to slow that down, but they made a quick decision. That ball was in. Pepperdine is going to keep the point. They'll also keep the challenge card. So they still have two left. Get another look at this. Slowed down. That ball definitely hit the line. Great choice of using a challenge card. And now look, they take the lead 3-2.
Nice precision there from Hartke. They get another chance. It's the netting.
Not exactly how you want to answer back after winning a challenge. The Beach tie it up. Pruitt will go back to serve. He did have one service error in set two.
Gets blocked back. Barnett went for the swing, but Dickinson was there along with McRaven. It's a 4-3. Advantage goes to the Beach. Serve propped up. Here's the set. Tipped back. On the back line. Gets towards the front. Hard swing by Connet. Set again. Swing by Hartke. Actually tips that one over with a softer one and caught the Beach off guard.
Just a little roll shot by Hartke. I like his celebration dance after that.
That was a great roll shot. Everyone was expecting him to do a full-on swing there. 4-4, Barnett with the serve. Bounced up, Nikolov over, blocked away. Almost got a souvenir for a second.
Yeah, that ball came headed our way at the scorer's table. But we're safe so far. We've avoided getting hit by a ball yet, and I hope I didn't just jinx it.
I want to catch one. Here's a serve from Dickinson. Fails to clear the net. All fives.
I do not want to catch one. keep it far away from me.
And there's Hawaii sitting, waiting for their turn. Next up on ESPN Plus, two-seeded Rainbow Warriors playing against the number 3 UCLA Bruins. Backwards set and kill for Dickinson. How about the chemistry with his setter?
Amazing chemistry. Nikolov seems to have great chemistry with all his setters, and Coach has credited him for his competitiveness. As we said, just a true freshman, but you'd never know it. He has so many years of experience under his belt at playing at a very high level of volleyball.
Set up again to Dickinson. Goes out of bounds on the attacking end. And if you're Long Beach State, definitely want to win this set to put Pepperdine away, because when they're hot, they are really tough to stop.
Exactly. You don't want to force this into a 5th set. You want to take care of it now while you can.
McRaven gets it over. Set and swing by Javier, blocked back, but goes out of bounds.
Pepperdine yelling to the crowd, asking them to get loud.
Really great turnout here in the Cavelli Center from all 4 fan bases. Swung by Dickinson, skies over, into the bleachers.
Again, a game of back and forth, really highly skilled players on both teams. Very competitive. As McRaven is back for Long Beach. Almost aces that one.
Swap back by Hartke. The set and swing again by the freshman. Waves not able to get it over. Finally do. And in good fashion, Haver with the kill.
There we go. Haver pounds on his chest for that one as he notches his 12th kill of the evening.
Met at the net. Nikolov gonna get the better.
Moni Nikolov gets his 6th kill and then heads back to serve. As we know, he is dangerous from behind the service line. Came into tonight with 97 aces on the season. Now he's sitting at 101 aces.
Serve kept up, swung down on, one-handed by Larson to keep us alive. Nikolov swings it over. Set over to Barnett, tips it across, kill for Ryan Barnett.
Here we go. Pepperdine takes the lead yet again. Both teams still have both of their timeouts to use, and they each have 2 challenge cards apiece. If no timeouts are called before we get to that 15th point, we'll step aside for a media timeout, and both teams will have a chance to regroup.
Swung by Dickinson. Hit back to the beach. He'll get another try, but misses that one. Ball too high. That's set. Just too high for 6'7" Dickinson to reach. We'll get a hard swing at the middle from Pruitt.
Isaiah Pruitt, he only has 2 kills so far, but he has 2 blocking assists as well. So he's made his presence known defensively.
Skylar Varga back to serve. It's off of Riley. Swung on by Hartke. Misses that one, attack error.
But they're going to challenge that there was a touch on that ball. Pepperdine seems confident. They pull out that green card and they say, let's take another look.
Well, and we saw the officials all kind of glance at each other just to double check. So a little bit of a hesitancy on McCall there. So we're just going to double check and may as well use the challenge in this scenario.
Exactly, and you know what I say, the quicker the deliberation is, then usually the clearer the call is, but the longer they take, it means they're a little bit uncertain. A touch call is very hard to make because it is so challenging to tell if the hand hit the ball here, especially when it can just graze the fingertips. I mean, that's a tough call to make, and they are definitely taking a little bit of extra time to deliberate.
Well, and at some point, it's just a split of pixels, too.
Very smart for Pepperdine to use this challenge here. Even if the call is not overturned, they'll still have one to carry through this set. And then teams are awarded an additional challenge card if the match goes to a 5th set. But they just cannot exceed 3. Let's look again from a different angle to see if there was a touch on the block. Again, just a tough call to make, even when you slow it down, which seems that the officials are having a tough time deciding as well, as they are still deliberating this call.
Well, and that side angle, kind of tough to see, too, because it looks like the ball's going straight into the hand of the blocker.
Exactly, but a decision has been made. There was a touch. So that point is going to go to Pepperdine. Not to mention, they'll get to keep that challenge card, so they still have 2 remaining. Pepperdine has now been successful on 2 separate challenges.
Whole lot of twos because the Waves are now up 2 against the Beach as well, 11-9.
And that right there goes to show you how powerful winning a challenge is. 2-point advantage.
Hartke with a serve. Goes into the strings. And now time for Long Beach State perhaps to tie it up with the Waves.
Another serving substitution for the Beach. Peluso will come in. This is his 2nd time coming in to serve tonight.
Swung on by Watson, down to the ground quickly. And after that serve, we'll see Pruitt come back in. Well, we were talking to Coach Knipe as well. He talked about finding the right system just because there have been so many moving pieces this year for the Beach.
As we see a service error for Pepperdine. But yeah, as you said, he was telling us that it's about finding the right balance of the serve and pass game. You can talk to just about any head coach in college volleyball and they'll tell you what's the key to success? The serve and pass game. It's as easy as that, but it's not quite as easy as it seems to find that right balance.
Swung on hard, kept alive by Varga. Up to Watson again, sent back that time. Let's see the set again, this time to Hartke. And what a kill from the true freshman.
Pepperdine refusing to let this match end in 4 sets, doing everything they can to force this into a 5th as they keep this 2-point lead with Watson back to serve.
Larson to Nikolov. Larson has to hit it over. Set swung on by Hartke. Contact keeps it on the Beach side. Nikolov over to McRaven. Now Watson. Set, swung on, over. Kondev extends. Kondev going to get a swing afterwards, and he's going to get a kill.
What a kill, but we cannot talk about that entire series without crediting Larson of Long Beach, the libero. He was all over that back row, keeping everything in play. He's been outstanding. 4 digs so far. Make that 5 after that play.
Yeah, on that dig, he had to slide all the way to the front to keep the rally alive for the Beach, and it paid dividends.
It did. He's been all over the court. They wouldn't be successful without him.
Swung on, point to Pepperdine, went off of Dickinson. Waves hold on to their lead 14-12. Bring up the setter. Graduate, 6'5" from San Clemente, California, Gabe Dyer. Nikolov over to Varga, goes out of bounds off of a block, and that's going to be a point for the Beach.
The Beach trying to close the gap just a little more.
Between Kondev and Dickinson, 31 kills tonight.
Yeah, 31 of the 57.
Blocked backwards. Able to get it over is Riley. Varga with a switch up. Hartke with a swing. Blocked back by Nikolov and through it. We got it tied. Set.
Wow. Nikolov and Pruitt said not today.
Tied up, and Hartke really gave it his all on that swing, just blocked back. 14-14. Swung down to the ground. Pepperdine going to hit 15 first. They have a 1-point advantage over Long Beach State, and we'll be right back after this media timeout on ESPN+. Welcome back from the break. The Pepperdine Waves up 1 against the Long Beach State Beach here in the Covelli Center in Columbus, Ohio in the semifinal round for the NCAA tournament.
Like you said, that was the media timeout. Both teams still have 2 timeouts to use as we approach this second half of the 4th set, a must-win 4th set for Pepperdine.
Haver was one serving, and pinpoint swing there from the freshman Pruitt.
Pruitt ties things up for Long Beach. He's come up effective in big moments. 3 kills, 3 blocking assists. As the best server out here tonight, Nikolov is behind the line again.
He shows why.
He'll ace that one. His 5th ace of the night. He has all 5 aces for Long Beach. 102 aces on the year, and that ace right there is going to force Pepperdine into a timeout. This is the 3rd time that when Nikolov is serving, Pepperdine is called a timeout. It's a strategy of sorts to break his momentum, but we'll step away on ESPN+. We'll be right back.
Monty Nikolov breaking the record book with his last service ace, and he's back to the line again.
He has the most aces in a single season in the entire NCAA. He had already set the record for Long Beach State heading into tonight, but he said that's not enough. I'm going to keep it going.
Popped up in the air, dive, not in time. That was going to be a tough play to make.
He dives through, almost takes out Rachel, a member of our camera crew on ESPN+, but it seems like he might have hurt his knee a bit. He's bending down in front of us now, his team going to surround him to make sure he's okay. They've got a trainer out by him now, evaluating him.
Yeah, and a really tough slide there, too.
So much effort and hustle went. He dove head first to try to keep that ball in play. You hate to see any sort of injury.
We're going to take a quick timeout here, and we'll be right back on ESPN+. Welcome back to ESPN+. Gabe Baker joined alongside by Hannah Williford, and appears to be that Monty Nikolov is okay.
He's all good to go. He is back in the game, toughing this one out.
Hit in disarray there, swung hard, but attack error by Conde. That's going to force Long Beach to take their first time out of a set. Pepperdine up 17-16 here on ESPN+. The Waves up 1 over the Beach here in set number 4. Long Beach State currently up 2-1. Pepperdine needs to win this, and it starts with a serve from Brendan Reed. Swung by Dickinson off the hands of Haver.
There we go. Long Beach ties it up yet again, and if Long Beach can win this fourth set, they will be advancing to the championship. So they're going to do everything they can not to play. 5 sets out here tonight.
Swatted down, and a gimme for Kondev.
Kondev, 17 kills. Absolutely unstoppable.
Towel crew showing up too. Skylar Varga back at the line for the Beach with the lead. There's a set from Dyer. Swung by Barnett, and he got there for the kill.
The blocking attempt not successful. Barnett gets through aggressively with 11 kills on the night.
Cole Hartkey, 11 kills, 300 hit percentage tonight. Varga to Nikolov with a swing. It gets over from Watson. Set up, spike down, and hits the hand of Riley. So Pruitt gonna get a kill.
There we go. Like we said, Pruitt coming in clutch in those must-score moments. 4 kills so far. He doesn't have any errors, so he has a perfect.
Blocked at the line. Dickinson and McRaven in on that for the double block.
But that's going to be another challenge for Pepperdine. They are challenging that was a carry. That Barnett carried that one.
Could also potentially be a net infraction there. So one of the two. Pepperdine, you know, this kind of serves as an extra timeout as well in a very important situation, because if they lose this set, Long Beach State will advance.
That was a quick deliberation. Like we said, when it's pretty quick, the call is typically very clear. So that point is going to stick with Long Beach State. Pepperdine, they only have 1 challenge card left now. However, if this does go into a 5th, they'll be awarded 1 more. So looks like that challenge was that Long Beach State was in the net. They were not.
Dyer with the setup, swung on by Watson, kept alive somehow. Nikolov to Varga. Dickinson on the swing, and that's going to be a kill for the senior opposite. Pepperdine gonna use their last timeout with their season on the line. The Beach up 3 over the Waves on ESPN+. 4 points is what separates Long Beach State from their 5th appearance in the national championship in 7 tournaments.
Pepperdine has used all of their timeouts, and they have 1 challenge remaining.
Get a point to Pepperdine because of a net violation.
They get that coach's point. They make it a 2-point set.
2-point set. The Beach still up 2. Nikolov sets up and goes backwards after the swing from Kondev. The Beach 3 points away from the NCAA championship.
They've got Bloom back to serve.
Bloom has gotten the job done when his name has been called upon. Swing from Hartke, gets over. Saved by Bloom, tipped over. Out of position though. Swung on by Barnett, dive by Bloom, goes into the stands. Another point for the Waves.
Bloom giving nothing but effort there. As you said, he has gotten the job done when his name has been called on, but just not quite enough as Pepperdine gets the point there, fighting their way back in this. Trailing by 2. Pepperdine won set 1, and then they fell to Long Beach in sets 2 and 3. And here we are in this competitive 4th set where everything is on the line.
The Honolulu, Hawaii native, Aiden Toon. Lots of Hawaii fans watching behind him. Set from Nikolov, swung on by McRaven. Set from Barnett, hit down to the ground, and a kill for Mazur.
That is the loudest I have heard it in here so far tonight, as Pepperdine is just trailing by 1 in this must-win 4th set.
Long Beach State gonna use their last time out of this 4th set. Still have a 1-point lead, but we'll go right back to break and be back shortly Long Beach State up 22-21 over the Waves, and Pepperdine rallying back after everyone in the arena thought that Barnett was going to be one on the swing and set up his teammate perfectly.
And Pepperdine has come back fighting. They refuse to let this fourth set.
Swung off the hands of Haver. Long Beach State 2 away now.
Kondev, 19 kills so far for Long Beach State, and now he'll head back to serve. They're going to take a minute on the Pepperdine side, wipe up a little bit of sweat.
How about Kondev, though? 19 kills, to lead the way for the Beach in this one.
He's done an excellent job executing offensively.
Harkey with a kill.
Talk about executing offensively. Harkey comes up big when it counts the most.
1 point separates Long Beach State and Pepperdine.
There are no timeouts left for either team.
Craven with a fake, swung on by Dickinson, and the Beach are a point away from making the championship.
Match point for Long Beach State. 24-22. If they win this point, they are headed to the championship.
Rests in the hands of De'Aris McRaven on this serve. It's over the net. Set by Dyer, swung on by Harkey. And Cole Harkey says, we're still in it.
Harkey comes up big. But it remains match point as Haver is behind the service line for Pepperdine.
There's a long climb back for Long Beach State after losing last year's national championship to the UCLA Bruins that play after this. Will they get back for vengeance? Swung on down by Dickinson, and they do! Long Beach State is dancing their way to the NCAA championship.
Long Beach State was led by Kondev with 19 kills. And this was the kill by Dickinson that sealed the deal. Headed to the NCAA Men's Volleyball Championship. What an effort by both teams. Highly competitive match. Pepperdine took the first set, but Long Beach State ran away with the next three. Dickinson also finished with 19 kills for Long Beach State. Pepperdine, they certainly had some bright spots. We have to give it to Eli Haver. He led the way with 14 kills. Right behind him was Harkey and Barnett with 13 apiece.
Long Beach State will be advancing to the NCAA championship here on Monday on ESPN2. Up next, they will see their opponents between the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors and the UCLA Bruins. I was Gabe Baker, joined along by Hannah Williford, and we'll see you for the next game to see who's in the championship here on ESPN+.